Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hello, MGTOW. This is my first video, so I'm not sure exactly how the quality of the audio will be. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good anyways because I have an iPhone 7 Plus. So I'm sure the microphone is either somewhat the same as the previous iPhones or a little bit better. But yes, this is my first video, so let me introduce myself. Kind of just want to give my experience and testimony to the community. So you guys can just comment on it and see if any of you have a similar situation to me. But to introduce myself, I am 25 years old. I live with my parents. I have my own car. It's already paid off. So I don't make any car payments on it besides insurance, which is like really low, like $80 a month. I got no points on my license, no DUIs, no tickets, none of that. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, I live with my parents. I have a job. I have like two jobs. One, I work at a golf course with my father. He happens to work there too. That's how I actually got the job. And I also work with my dad on the side right after we get off the golf course at work. My father has his own side business, landscaping, and we make a ton of profit, ton of money of doing that. He's been doing that, with my mother and raising 5 kids. So, and we live in a really nice house. We have pretty much everything we need. We have some luxuries, that, we're pretty much middle class without being in the middle class area. This area is actually pretty lower class, but it's not too low. You know what I mean? It's not like ghetto violence around here, even though, we do have some drug problems in our area. If you look in my local news area, but pretty much this is my background, like just to let you know how where I'm coming from in financial situation and my living situation. Thanks to my parents, I'm able to save a lot of money. My father's allowing me to stay home and live with him at the house, and I'm able to save a ton of money every month. I'm actually able to save $1,000 a month, and that's just so incredible for me. I was never able to do that, of course, when you're out there alone, because I have been out there alone, living by myself or with a roommate. But I decided to come back home because it was the smarter choice, and I'm around my family. But I know I'm kind of getting like a little off in here and there. I should have created an outline so I can have this better organized. But to continue, the MGTOW movement. The MGTOW movement, I've reached it a little bit too late. I'm saying that because before I figured out about MGTOW or the red pill philosophy, I was a beta male, purple-ish in a little bit. I kind of understood a little bit about female nature after going through 2 serious relationships. I've only ever had 2 serious relationships, emotionally attached to 2 women in my entire life so far. But pretty much with my first ex-girlfriend, or my first emotionally attached serious relationship girlfriend, I've had a kid with her. Oh man, I'm hearing it now from the viewers. Man, you idiot, you already messed up. Like, you have a kid, man. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I have a kid. Um, you know, but you hear me say in the beginning, I'm saving $1,000 a month. Now, okay, here's the thing. Unfortunately, my relationship with my ex-girlfriend, we're really good. We're like good friends. We're not on any bad terms. We're actually doing this co-parenting thing. I get to see my son every single day. Every single day. Right after I get off work. And a really cool thing is that he gets to say goodnight, 2 or 3 times a week. And then the mother of my child, she gets him on the weekends because that's when she's off. So, she's working all the time and she's going to school. So she's not really, doing any shenanigans, going out to bars, drinking, partying, because the only people that could watch my son, if she would ever go out or do something, it would either be my mother or myself. So luckily, I don't have an irresponsible ex-girlfriend, or my son does not have a irresponsible mother. She's actually a pretty good mother. And even I'm saying pretty good because the fact that she works and is going to school at the same time, she's not really able to see my son, though she does get the weekends off. So she is able to see him and do things like go to the beach or whatever. But yeah, this is my situation. I have a son. He's turning 3 soon this month. And I have a good relationship with my ex-girlfriend, the mother of my child. And, we're doing okay. We have a good system going on. I get to see my kid every day. Even though I live with my folks, I'm saving my money. I'm not being irresponsible. I think, my father's been thinking about eventually letting me have this house that we live in now, that I grew up in, and it's a great house too. We have alarm system, we have security cameras. I've been given this. It's a privilege that I have this, and the fact that I am or will eventually take over my father's landscaping business, I'll be making tons of money. And just imagine this: my father was able to do this landscaping business, have his, support my mom, and 5 children all at the same time. Now, just imagine, folks. I only have 1 kid, my son. Just imagine what I could do with this business. How much money I could save. And I'm only going to be spending money or saving money mostly, but most of my money would only go to my son. Right now, I don't pay any child support, not yet at least. And yeah, child support, it can get to some people, but for me, honestly, I don't really have a problem with child support. And you guys can disagree or whatnot, but I believe personally that if you want to be in your son's life, you shouldn't really be complaining about child support, because you're gonna spend money on your kid anyways. But then again, child support is a problem for most people, or for most parents, for the men mostly, because the woman, the mother, could be spending the money on just dumb stuff, on herself mostly. But like I was saying, with my business, my father's business that I will eventually be taking over, and he will be lending it to me, I can just imagine. Like, I know I'm kind of here and there, everywhere, but you should see these houses that I cut. The grasses, I trim and I cut the grass, and I detail the yards. Man, they're beautiful homes. Upper class, high class areas. just amazingly beautiful. And some of the houses that we do are by the beach. I actually do what's his name's house, Jerry Springer's house. His house is beautiful. I might even like post a picture of it, or of his street. And you know, I think I just posted the street that he lives on. I didn't actually take a picture of his house, but I posted the picture of his street. Or I think I did actually, you know what? No, that was like a video or something. Well, I'll remember to do that next time, when I upload this video. But yeah, like with this business that my father has already established and is willing to let me carry it on. He's trusting me with this business. Excuse me. I know that I will be able to afford houses like those, like houses that Jerry Springer lives in. Beautiful homes. Like I'm imagining this right now in my head, and I'm thinking, I can get this. I can do this. You know, like I have so much confidence that I will be able to do this, even if I'm paying child support. Like if it eventually comes around to it, you know, I'm not gonna mind it. You know, because I know the mother of my child is a responsible mother. She's responsible. She's not you know, she's not a horrible mother. I mean, she could be better though. You know, the only reason, like I said before, is because you know, like my son going back and forth, you know, to my house and then to her own apartment. You know, it's confusing my son, you know? It's not, I know most likely it's not, it's kind of psychologically, you know, messing him up a little bit. It's just confusing him. And, you know, I can't really do much about it. You know how it is, you know, with the law and everything. I mean, my ex-girlfriend, she never threatened to, you know, call the police on me. We never had encounters like that, or fights that would go beyond that. You know, I never hit her. You know, I never even try to, like, we never even have, like, heated arguments. We don't have that. You know, maybe we had it one time, but it wasn't, like, super crazy. We just had a disagreement on something. But, like I was saying, you know, yeah, she could be a better mother if she would just, like, you know, I mean, I know you guys will get mad, you know, you know, be like, what are you thinking? You're done. You should never do this. I would want things to go back how to the traditional role. You know, I do all the work. She can stay home and watch the kid, you know. She doesn't have to work. And I've actually gave this as an option to her. I told her, look, I'll work, you stay home, you raise our kid together. You know, less stress on you, and you know, all you have to do is just maintain the household, clean up, you do dinner, feed my kid properly with good food, good home cooking food. You don't have to waste money, go out there all the time, maybe once in a while as a treat. But, you know, maintain the household and do all this stuff. But, you know, unfortunately, in this current society, or this current, you know, hypergamous culture that we live in, you know, or gynocentric, it's just not possible. And I understand that, guys. I really do. But, you know, I just wish, you know, I don't think, you know, I can never get married. And honestly, I can't even do the pump and dump thing right now. I mean, I've done it, yeah, a couple times already. You know, even though I live with my folks, you know, I would bring girls into my room and just do what I do, you know, do my business in there, you know, but it's just not, it's not good. Like, I can't be doing that, you know. My parents are in the house, you know. It's just not, it's not good. Like, for me, as a father, you know, my kid's 3, he's turning 4 soon. it's not responsible for me as a father to bring in any woman into my life. And the main reason is because I should not be spending money on a woman, especially in my position, because right now my focus is on myself and my son, and to build myself up financially. And I am doing it. I really am. Saving $1,000 a month, man. And eventually that's gonna rise up to a couple thousand more. I know where I'm going. I'm so confident. I will be moving forward. I'm not gonna be out there spending my money on these women, or even trying to waste my time, even with the pump and dump thing. I guess you could say I'm going monk mode, but if for me, like, yeah, it does get kind of lonely, I would like a companion, but I know in the long term that it's going to be good for me to not be with any woman. I love my son. I'm so grateful that my parents are allowing me, my father that is allowing me to stay with him. I have my own room. I had the same room that I had when I was younger, growing up. It's a blessing, really. I thank God that I have a roof over my head, my own bed, my own TV, my own money, and I also get a little help from my mother, take care of my son, and I pay her too. I'm so blessed. I'm grateful, really. Like, it's incredible, and with the position that I'm in right now. I know eventually I may pay child support in the future, but I don't even mind that. I don't really care, But if it ever comes to that, I'm gonna have a thorough, I guess, investigation of how the mother of my child is spending that money, if she's spending it properly on him, if it ever comes around to that point. And I know it will eventually. But I want to talk. I know I didn't really talk about the MGTOW. I mean, I'm explaining my background still. Yes, MGTOW. Like I said, I discovered MGTOW and the red pill philosophy a little too late. I'm not even sure how I came up across the MGTOW and red pill. I think I was looking up maybe some PUA stuff, or I think I was just looking up some stuff about trying to get over a girl, my ex-girlfriend, not the mother of my child, but the second ex-girlfriend that I've been emotionally attached to, or I've had strong feelings for, or love, I guess you could say. Yeah. I think somehow, whatever in the suggestion recommended videos, I found some videos about MGTOW, and I think Sandman may have been the first to show up. And I'm so glad that all these YouTube. I think it was like in late 2016, maybe in November. I'm at work working at the golf course, and I'm working outside in the morning, like at 5:30, 6:30 in the morning, and I'm out there by myself. I'm able to listen to music. I'm on the machine doing the bunkers, the sand, those sand things, and I'm just spinning it, making it look nice and neat. And I'm listening to the MGTOW videos. I've been listening to these videos for like months, and I continue to listen to these videos, and the knowledge that I've gotten from you guys. We got Sandman, Turd Flinging Monkey, Howard There. Who else we got here? MGTOW is freedom. Man, you're awesome, dude. Yeah, like, you're like so awesome. Like, I love the advice that you give to us young men. You're like, who else we got here? We got Red Pill Ghost, Jada Black. Come on, we got some more. Kind of just want to give like a little shout out to you guys. MGTOW 101, MGTOW University, MGTOW, or Mayor of MGTOW, I think that's what it is. Who else we got? Darn. I know there's more. And forgive me for not mentioning you guys, mentioning blah. Oh wait, we got Grizzly Bear MGTOW. You're cool, man. I love your videos. I love your stories that you tell me. Especially that one where you put that cunt in her place when you were at work. What else? Who else is out there? I know there's a lot more. Who else? I know I'm forgetting some people. Forgive me. But yeah, thanks to all of you guys for all the information, all the videos, you know, that are on the news, or the updates about feminism. Oh, sorry, I kind of cut myself here. But also Red Pill Germany, and this guy's like super smart. Like, excuse me. Like, it's amazing how like the German culture has just it's destroying itself, especially with all these immigrants, these Syrian refugees, quote unquote refugees. They're flooding Germany, destroying it. And you know, in the MGTOW community, you know, all you guys talk about this, how feminism is destroying civilization. It really is. You know, I've left a comment somewhere saying that, you know, women do destroy civilization when they are given rights. The more rights they get, the more entitled they get, the more hypergamous and gynocentric they get. Women are destroying themselves. And with this feminism movement, you know, that's destroying women, you know, it's created this reactionary movement, the MGTOW movement. The feminism has given men no choice but to go their own way. I mean, and I've been looking into the, you know, I mean, I look at it like this. Yes, it's logical and it's the good move. It's the right thing. The only thing that men could do is opt out of a society that no longer values men. I understand that. But then I'm looking at this like, we're going to end up like a lot of the countries in Europe that their birth rates are going down. And I feel like this is like another form of depopulation control, you know, population control kind of thing. Like, this is I mean, this is just natural for men to just understand that rationally, that we would have to, or logically, we would have to go our own way, because, you know, with the marriage law, family court laws, whatever, the alimony, the child support, the increase in suicides of divorced men. I mean, we see all this around us, and we look at this, what's going on, and we're just like, man, this is terrifying. What man would want to marry a woman in this day and age, especially in Western culture? I live in the United States, you know. It's horrible. It's really horrible. Like, there's no freaking way that I'm ever getting married. I know for a fact that I'm never getting married. Because I know if I do get married, my business will be in jeopardy, my financial, my son, you know. That's why I am telling myself, you know, it's irresponsible for me to be in a relationship with another woman, another girl at this time, especially when I'm trying to build myself up financially, you know. And my finances, my freedom will be threatened if I ever get a girlfriend or bring a woman into my life. That's not only irresponsible financially for me, but it's irresponsible and it's not fair for my son. It's just not right. I'm not going to do that. No way I'm getting married. And you know what? I believe in the biblical perspective of the world. Man, you got to read the Bible. I mean, I know some of you are atheists. I completely understand. You know, I've been atheist for almost my entire life. only until 20 years old, okay, here's the thing. I'm not a Christian. I can never claim to be a Christian. Because if I did, I would be a hypocrite. I'm not going to say that I'm a Christian and then not apply what the Bible says in my life. I believe in the biblical perspective. I believe Jesus Christ is the Son of God. He is real. I know He loves me. He loves all of you. And I truly believe He's the only way into heaven. Only through the Son you can get to the Father. And I know, guys, look, I understand that I'm not going to try to convert you or anything, but I just want you to hear me out. As someone that's grown up, has had his worldview and his perspective changed so many times, including with the MGTOW movement, the MGTOW, the red pill perspective. I've learned all of these things. As an atheist, when I was an atheist, I was so close to getting into the New Age too. Oh my goodness. That New Age, big mistake. Never, it's just, I'm just saying it's really dangerous to get into the New Age because you'll probably get sleep paralysis most likely. But anyways, when I was an atheist, what I believed in, I had this elitist mindset when I learned about the New World Order and all that stuff. My world is completely flipped upside down with the 9/11 and all this other stuff. And then, the strange thing, I know a lot of you guys know about the New World Order, the conspiracies with the Masons, the Zionists, the Rothschilds, the bankers, whatever. You guys have to understand, if you were like me, and I was 16 when I figured this out, about the New World Order and all that, or whatever. When I looked in all these areas of all these conspiracies that pretty much connect all together, you see tons and tons of Luciferian doctrines in these societies, in these people's belief systems. You see satanic symbols everywhere in the biggest businesses of the world, and all these corporations. You see all this satanic stuff in music, Hollywood, movies. You see it everywhere. I even remember one time my ex-girlfriend, the mother of my child, she went to a Lil Wayne concert, I think. And then Lil Wayne said something, right before he started, rapping and doing his thing. He said, right before he started rapping, he said, "I believe in God. I believe in God." And then he started doing his thing, rapping. And then in the background singers, the women, they would say 666 throughout the entire song. And I'm thinking to myself, you see, it's everywhere. There is an agenda. There is a good, there is an evil in this present world. In the Bible, it says, Ephesians 6:12, I'm not sure the exact wording, but I'm sure it's pretty close. Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, the rulers of the darkness of this world, of those we're facing things in heavenly places. Talking about we're in a spiritual warfare, not just the physical, but we're in a spiritual warfare. It's I'm trying to just tell you this to inform you that there's an enemy out there, and that is Satan. That's in the Bible. It says that Satan is the ruler of this world. He controls everything. And like I said, I'm not trying to convert you or anything. I'm just telling you what I found in my research into conspiracies, and all these perspectives that have changed throughout my life. I've woken up to a lot of things, from atheist to Christian perspective to the MGTOW red pill perspective, you know, there is a consistency of what's going on in this world, and it all lines up back to, you know, the Bible says that mankind are inherently evil. We're inherently an evil race. And, you know, I mean, I know you completely disagree. You may completely disagree. But if there is one thing I can tell you that can give you a good perspective of what I'm talking about, to understand how I'm thinking about my biblical perspective of the world, I want you to look up a preacher named Paul Washer. If any of you have ever heard of him, you'll know what he is. He is a true Christian, without a doubt. He is a true Christian. You know, we always see Christians being so hypocritical. You know, some of the rich Christians, there's rich Christians, like super rich Christians. And there's even a video about exposing a bunch of Christian pastors, that they're fake, they're wicked. But this guy right here, Paul Washer, I want you to look up this video. There's 2 videos I want you to look up if you decide to just look into this. You know, grab some popcorn, grab whatever snack, because it's going to be a while. It's like an hour, 2 hours, or whatever, for each video. Just listen to this. Paul Washer, YouTube it, Paul Washer, shocking message. And another one is called Paul Washer, man's problem, God is good. Mankind's biggest problem, God is good. You'll find it in the whatever comes up. You'll find it. You'll know what I'm talking about. But you watch those videos, and I guarantee you're gonna come away with something that you never expected. But that's it for me, guys, and I'll see you later. Peace.